Hello, dear students. Welcome back to another online video lecture session on genetic code and its essential features. It is a small topic included in plant cell biology unit, third year, fifth semester of botany subject. Let us, before going to the actual topic, we know about genetic material of all organisms. Another one is what is the main genetic material, how the characters are transmitted from one generation to another generation. We already discussed in the previous lessons. Next, first you understand how the genetic information pass from one generation to another generation, how different metabolic pathways are conducted, organized by various organic molecules, just like enzymes. The central dogma of molecular biology describes the two steps process in the protein synthesis. One is transcription, another one is translation. So these both steps are very, very important. In this step, the genetic information present in genes flows into protein molecule. So that means the DNA is main genetic material. This information passes to another molecule, intermediate molecule, that is RNA. The RNA directly synthesizes protein molecule with the help of ribosome cell organelle. So this is a flow chart of how the genetic information stored in the DNA material is passed to the protein molecule. So by these two important processes are the transcription, which occurs in the nucleus, translation process occurs in the cytoplasm. So the pathway of protein synthesis occurs in cytoplasm is called as translation. The process of translation requires a genetic code. Without genetic code, there is no accuracy of genetic information transcribed into RNA, and the RNA, with the help of genetic information, construct the polypeptide chain. So genetic code is a dictionary that corresponds with the sequence of nucleotides and sequence of amino acids. That means a special kind of relationship between the sequence of nucleotides in DNA molecule or sequence of codons on mRNA molecule and the sequence of amino acids in a polypeptide chain is called as genetic code. Genetic code is nothing but it's having some set of rules. According to the rules, the information coded in genetic material, that is in DNA or indirectly RNA sequences, is translated into proteins by living cells. This genetic code term coined by George Gamow. So based on this, how the sequence of nucleotides in DNA molecule determine the sequence of amino acids in a protein molecule. That is, the information is already loaded in the DNA molecule. That information passed to the protein molecule with the accuracy, with correct information through the mRNA molecule. How many nucleotides are needed to specify each amino acid in a protein molecule? Because the DNA molecule made up of with two polynucleotide chain. In the DNA molecule, only four kind of letters we have seen. That is A, T, G, and C. So these four letters A, T, G, C are constitute the DNA. Information stored in the sequence of nucleotides, which transformed into codons during transcription. How the sequence of nucleotides transformed or changed into codons during the transcription. In the transcription, one of the DNA template strand produces single-stranded mRNA molecule. In the mRNA molecule, the genetic information copied in the form of codons. The collection of codons is called as also genetic code. How many nucleotides are there in the DNA molecule? Just we have said 4 only. If 4 nucleotides specify a particular amino acid, if 4 amino acids are recognized only, but what about other amino acids? A natural cell nearly containing 20 standard amino acids, but recently discovered 2 amino acids also. So the total 22 amino acids also are written in some books. If each codon should have 3 nucleotides, that is triplet code, to import specify to each of the amino acid for a specific codon. So how these 20 standard amino acids are specified, recognized, or identified by the nucleotides. In case geneticists are explain how many nucleotides are specify the amino acid. If one nucleotide is specify the amino acid, total 4 nucleotides are there. 4 into 1, 4 combinations are there. These 4 combinations recognize only 4 amino acids. That's why this information is insufficient to identify the entire amino acids. But some of the geneticists are taken as 2 nucleotides as 1 unit. So 4 into 4. For example, the guanine combines with A, GA, GC, GT, GG. Like this, 16 combinations are formed. These 16 combinations also not adequate for 20 amino acids. So that's why the next step is we have assumed 3 nucleotides as a unit which is recognize a particular amino acids. So we are getting 4 into 4 into 4, that is 4 cube, 64 combinations or 64 codons are formed. These 64 codons are enough for identification of 20 amino acids. These combinations are most suitable for 20 amino acids. So that's why genetic code is definitely which having 3 specific sequence of nucleotides. The 3 specific nucleotide sequence is called as codon. So just you can observe here. So this is the DNA molecule, double stranded DNA molecule. One of the DNA template strand which produces single stranded RNA molecule by the help of RNA polymerase enzyme. So here ATG is a 3 nucleotide group which is recognize a particular amino acid. So 3 bases code for 1 amino acid. So in this way ATG is recognized 1 amino acid, CTA recognized 1 amino acid, and the GGC is recognized the 3rd amino acid. In this way, amino acids are recognized. So once we explain that the sequence of nucleotides, the sequence of codons, the sequence of amino acids. So in this way, the genetic information uh, passed from DNA to RNA and RNA to protein molecule. So this is called as genetic code. So how many codons are formed with the help of codon dictionary? The genetic code can be expressed in a simple table with 64 entries. So for example, in the first vertical column, we can say 4 nitrogen bases, that is uracil, cytosine, adenine, and guanine, UCGA. And one more column, that is one more row, UCAG. And the right side column, each block containing 4 nitrogen bases, UCAG like this. So we can write the combinations. So U combines with U, we are getting triple U, that is one codon which recognize phenylalanine. So UUC, UUA, UUG. So in this way, 4 codons are formed in each square box. So in this way, total 64 codons are formed. This is the codon dictionary. The first letter, which is always in the 5' end of RNA. The third letter, which is always in the 3' end of the RNA molecule. So see here, this is the RNA single stranded RNA molecule, which consisting four nucleotides: uracil, guanine, adenine, cytosine. So these nucleotides are connected with a phosphate diester bond backbone. So this is one codon, this is another one codon. So in this way, codons are arranged on the mRNA molecule. So this is the codon dictionary. So what are the properties of genetic code? Genetic code we can explain by some essential features or properties like triplet code. Genetic code is commaless, genetic code is non-overlapping, genetic code is degenerate, genetic code is universal, and genetic code is non-ambiguous. And what type of codons are present on the RNA molecule? We can explain one by one. So first one is genetic code is a triplet. In the natural phenomena, every living organism uh, construct different type of protein molecule with the help of genetic information present in the DNA molecule. So the genetic code is a triplet code called as a codon. Codon is a group of 3 nucleotides. Always these codons read from a starting point, that is 5' of RNA molecule. So this is known as reading frame in 5 to 3 direction on mRNA molecule. As per genetic code dictionary, there are 64 codons on there. This codon number sufficient to code for 22 amino acids or 20 amino acids. So as per genetic code, genetic code is a triplet or codon. So genetic code is commaless. This is the second property of the genetic code. The genetic code is said to be commaless because no internal punctuation is used in the code. Once translation of mRNA begins, the codons read one after the other with no breaks between them. The starting point is extremely important, called as the reading frame, that is 5' of mRNA molecule. There is no special letters or gaps between the codons. Once its reading starts up to the termination codon, so continuously going on. So the genetic code is commaless, means there is no proper punctuation marks to identify a particular codon. So this is called as genetic code is commaless. Third one is genetic code is non-overlapping. Genetic code is non-overlapping means one base cannot participate in the formation of more than one codon, because every codon having 3 group of nucleotides, every nitrogen base individually, independently participate in the recognition of amino acid. This means that the code is non-overlapping. So all codons are independent sets of 3 bases. If genetic code is overlapping, so for example, a mRNA molecule containing 3 codons, but if it is overlapped, the nitrogen bases are overlapped, we are getting more than 3 amino acids in the protein molecule. But never happens like that, because if 3 sense codons are present in the RNA molecule, definitely in the protein molecule 3 amino acids are there, not more than 3. So that indicates genetic code is non-overlapping. The fourth one is genetic code is degenerate or redundancy. This is one of the important genetic code property. A single codon always code for a particular amino acid. A single codon always code for particular amino acid. But a single amino acid identified by more than one codon. These two statements are reveals about the genetic code property, that is code is degenerate. Degenerate means it is sufficient, more than sufficient of information by these 64 codons. The codons encoding for amino acid will usually differ in the third position. The codons encoding for one amino acid will usually different in the third position. Just now I said a single amino acid identified by more than one codon. For example, leucine, serine, arginine. These three amino acids are identified by six codons. In these six codons, normally are four codons. Among the six, four codons differentiate in the only third position of the base. Third position of base. That is always assigned in third end of the codon. The degenerate code provides a protection to organisms against many harmful mutations and stabilize its phenotypic characters. It, make a, it makes possible to overcome the mutations by this degenerate property because if the third base change, there is no change of amino acids. That's why few mutations also occurs, but it may not cause any harmful or deleterious effects. So it stabilizes the phenotypes as well as a protection to organism against many harmful mutations. So code is degenerate. Good example is leucine, serine, arginine as having six codons. Glycine, proline, alanine, valine is having four codons. Isoleucine, three codons. Phenylalanine, tyrosine, cysteine, histidine, asparagine having two codons. But in the codon dictionary, these two amino acids having only one codon, that is methionine, and the other one is tryptophan. Tryptophan and methionine having only one codon. So these are synonymous codons we can call as. If any amino acids identify more than three or more than four codons, those codons are called as synonymous codons. For example, valine is identified by GW, GUC, and GUA and GUG. In these cases, you can observe the third position of base is difference. So remaining two are same. So here U is there, U replaced with C and replaced with A, and last one is G. Even though it identified only single amino acid, that is valine. But methionine identified by only AUG, tryptophan identified by only UGG. The next fifth genetic code property is code is universal. Code is universal means the same genetic code is applicable to all kinds of living organisms, including viruses, bacteria, unicellular and multicellular organisms. But this is not strictly true. The code is nearly universal because some exceptions are there. Some differences in the genetic code have been found, especially in mitochondria, chloroplast, some protozoans, and others. For example, UGA, this codon helpful to terminate the protein synthesis. It may not recognize any amino acid, but unusually, this codon identified tryptophan amino acid in mitochondria. So in the extranuclear genome, that means outside the nucleus, mitochondria and chloroplast having its own DNA. This DNA having the genetic message. So this codon identify a different amino acid. But normally it is to helps in the stop the protein synthesis. So this is the genetic code is universal, but the code is nearly universal. In every aspect it is not correct, so this is not strictly true. The last sixth one, genetic code is non-ambiguous. Non-ambiguous means there is no confusion at all. Each codon specifies only a single amino acid. Each codon specifies only a single amino acid, but one codon never codes for two amino acids. But one codon never codes for two amino acids. This particular two statements are said about non-ambiguous. That is a crystal clear clarity between the relationship between the amino acid and codon. So next, types of codons on mRNA molecule. So generally on the mRNA molecule, two type of codons are there. One is sense codons, another one is signal codons. Sense codons means which having some meaning. That means the codon that code for amino acid are called as sense codons. Sensible codons means that codon indicates some meaning and which recognize a particular amino acid at the time of translation. Signal codon means another type of codons. Those codons that code for signal during the protein synthesis called signal codons. These classified into two types. One is start codon, another one is stop codons. Start codons are called as initiating codon, and the stop codons are also called as terminating codons. So first start codon. Initiating codon is also called as initiating codon. AUG is the initiation codon. It codes for the first amino acid in all proteins. During the protein synthesis, what type of protein it is, even though a specific codon is required for the to initiate or to start to begin the protein synthesis process or translation process. It required a codon that is AUG. This is the starting point. It codes for methionine amino acid in eukaryotes and formyl methionine in prokaryotes. So this is the initiating codon. Only one codon is there, that is AUG. But terminating codons are there. They are called as nonsense codons also, because there is no meaning. They are unable to recognize any type of amino acid. UAA, UAG, and UGA are called as terminating codons or nonsense codons. They are always at the end of 3' of mRNA molecule. These nonsense codons are often referred as amber, ochre, and opal. These are called with three names: amber, ochre, and opal. So UAA is called as ochre, UAG called amber, and UGA is called as opal. So these are the terminating codons which never recognize any amino acid. So one more we know about anticodon. Anticodon, anticodon, which is present in the tRNA molecule. tRNA molecule. The base sequence of tRNA, which pairs with codon of mRNA during translation, is called as anticodon. So this is 5' to 3'. This is a single stranded mRNA molecule. On the mRNA molecule, different codons are there. This codon partially covalently bonded with the anticodon of tRNA molecule. This is anticodon, which consisting 3 letters. So which exactly complementary to the codon. So here UCU, which is a complementary nitrogen base, is present on the tRNA molecule, is AGG. So this codon and anticodon matching is correct, then only it covalent bond between the anticodon and codon, and then tRNA molecule transfer the amino acid to the ribosome. So, but how the codon is different from anticodon? Codon could be present in both RNA but mRNA, but anticodon is always present in tRNA, never in DNA. Codon are written in 5'3" direction, whereas anticodons are usually written in 3'5" direction. So codons are always written in 5 to 3 direction. Anticodons are always written in 3 to 5 direction. So anticodons of some tRNA molecule have to pair with more than one codon, because the third base is Ubbel base or Ubbel position. So it can pair with a different type of nitrogen base also. So this is anticodon. Next, we can go for one of the phenomenon, that is Ubbel hypothesis. Ubbel hypothesis is proposed by F.H.C. Crick. In this hypothesis, the rules of base pairing are relaxed at the third position, so that a base can pair with more than one complementary base. Ubbel hypothesis means, here just you can observe, base pairing is relaxed at the third position of the codon. So non-traditional base pairing is observed between the third base of the codon and first base of anticodon. This is very important. Third base of the codon, this is the third base of the codon, here it is there, and the first base of the anticodon, this is the first base. So here G can bind with C, and the same nitrogen base G can pair with U also. So this third nitrogen base and first base of tRNA molecule anticodon uh, leads to Hubble hypothesis. This means that we don't need 61 different tRNA molecules, only half of as many as required. So generally 61 sensible codons are there. In the same way, 61 tRNA molecules represents in the form of anticodons. But the number of tRNA molecules is less than the codon sensible codon number. That indicates anticodon of some tRNA molecules have paired with more than one codon. So the same leucine tRNA code with CUC and code with CUU. The same leucine tRNA molecule, leucine containing tRNA molecule bind with CUC codon and as well as CUU codon. So that's why the number of tRNA molecules decreased. Sometimes the number may be 30 to 40 is enough to carry the different amino acids at the protein synthesis site. So just you can observe the tRNA is the first base and mRNA is the third base, and what type of base pairing. C always bind with G, so that is a traditional base pairing. A always binding with U, because in the RNA thymine is absent, thymine is replaced by uracil, so it is also traditional base pairing. U is always pairing with A, it is also traditional pair. But U also pairing with G sometimes. This is called non-traditional base pairing. But G is also paired with C. This is traditional. So, but one more inosine. This is the modified nitrogen base, which can pair with U, C, and A also. So, in the first base of tRNA, anticodon of tRNA molecule, it can be able to pair with uracil, cytosine, and adenine. So that's why proline has four codons: CCU, CCC, CCA, CCG. The first three codons are be recognized by a single tRNA having inosine at the first place is IgG. See here, IgG is an anticodon of proline. These three codons are identified by IgG only, because I can pair with U, I can pair with C, I can pair with A also. So this is the Hubble base pairing. So it lacks the specificity of third nitrogen base in the codon is called as a Hubble hypothesis. So next point of view, we can learn about some mutations based on genetic code. Mutations can be explained using the genetic code also. So for example, two type of mutations generally takes place in the DNA molecule of organisms. One is point mutations, another one is frame shift mutations. In the point mutations, in the DNA molecule, the replacement of one nucleotide by other or another. The replacement of nucleotide takes place in between the like bases or unlike bases. Like bases means a pyrimidine is replaced by pyrimidine, or a purine is replaced by another purine. So such type of mutations is called as the point mutations. Point mutations also one kind of gene mutation which occurs in a single point in the DNA molecule, and it can pass or inherited to next generation. So these point mutations classified as per the genetic code basis three types: silent mutations, missense mutations, and the nonsense mutations. So first we can learn about point silent mutations. Silent mutations are mutations in DNA that do not have an observable effect on the organism's phenotype. That means it never shows any phenotypic effect. But mutation is occurs, but it never shows an external changes. A silent mutation is a type of point mutation where one base is changed, but the codon still corresponds to the same amino acid. In a codon, one of the nitrogen base replaced with another, even though in the translation process, the same amino acid incorporated in the protein molecule. For example, single nucleotide change from A to G. So the same amino acid is incorporated. Mutation goes unnoticed. Mutation we are unable to identify. For example, here this is a sequence of DNA which ultimately pass on to mRNA in the form of codons ATG, GAA, GCA, and CGT. So here GAA is there. This A adenine is replaced with guanine, even though the same amino acid is identified. Even though same amino acid is identified. That's why in the protein molecule there is no change at all. So such type of mutations are called as silent mutations. For example, one analogy for the silent mutation is here the one sentence is there. In the sentence, three-letter words are there. So the cat ate the rat. This is the one statement. In the second statement, one of the letter is replaced by another letter, even though the meaning of the sentence not changed. So, for example, the pronunciation is also same like the cat ate the rat. So the meaning of the sentence is the same, even though one of the letter is altered. Such type of mutation is nothing but is called silent mutations. Next one is nonsense mutation. Nonsense mutation means it is a genetic mutation or a point mutation in DNA sequence that result in a shorter unfinished protein product. For example, the specific DNA nucleotide sequence determine the amino acid sequence which containing n number of amino acids. But during the replication process or any mutation suddenly takes place in the DNA molecule by nucleotide change or replacement. A single nucleotide change from C to T, a stop codon is generated in mRNA represented by UAG. The premature termination of chain and may be incompatible with life. So this is the original DNA code for an amino acid sequence. This is the DNA bases are arranged like this. Here we can see CAG is a common CAG, CAG, CAG. The CAG codon recognize one of the amino acid, glutamine. So in the CAG, the C is replaced with T. C is replaced with T. This TAG nucleotide sequence in the mRNA represented as a stop codon. A stop codon. So that's why the stop codon is UAG. So after addition of 3-glutamine, immediately the protein synthesis terminated. So that's why we are getting very less number of amino acids in the protein molecule. So nonsense mutations give rise to premature termination of translation and truncated polypeptides. Truncated means short polypeptide chains are arised due to the nonsense mutations. The mutations leads to formation of a nonsense codon that resulting in premature termination of the polypeptide chain. So this type of mutations are called as nonsense mutation. And another type of mutations based on the genetic code, missense mutations. A missense mutation is a point mutation in which a single nucleotide change results in a codon that codes for a different amino acid. Here we can see this is the same CAT is a continuous nucleotide sequences present in the DNA molecule. This nucleotide sequence recognize histidine. Here just you can observe that A is replaced with C. A is replaced with C. But CAT codon, CAT sequence transcribed into codon. That codon recognize histidine. But after replacement of A with C, that codon recognize proline instead of histidine. So incorrect amino acid, which may produce a malfunctioning of protein. So that's why we are unable to get required protein molecule. We are getting a different protein molecule that leads to change in the amino acid sequence as well as the number. So incorrect amino acid placed in the polypeptide chain. So for example, this one more analogy for missense mutation is the cat ate the rat. This is the sentence having three-letter words. In the three-letter, one of the three-letter word, a letter is replaced by another letter. The meaning is completely changed. So the C letter is replaced by H. What is the meaning of the sentence is the hat ate the rat. So the sense of the sentence is changed. But in case of silent mutation, the sense of the sentence is not changed. But missense mutation, the total sentence meaning and is completely changed by replacement of single letter. In the same way, the replacement of a nitrogen base with another, it leads to formation of a different protein molecule. Such type of mutation is called as missense mutations. Next, one more type of mutations frequently occurs in the DNA molecule, that is frame shift mutations. Frame shift mutation is nothing but the insertion or removal of a nitrogen base can alter the reading frame of the mRNA with the resultant incorporation of different amino acids result in codons being shifted. Here just you can observe in the point mutations, the number of codons and the number of amino acids are same. But in case of frame shift mutations, in the reading frame of DNA molecule, few nitrogen bases are deleted or extra additional nitrogen bases are added. So that's why we are getting either decrease the amino acid number, sometimes increase the amino acid number also. So just you can observe this is before mutation, a normal DNA molecule having the nucleotide sequence like that. So this is the DNA nucleotide sequence. This is RNA. After transcription, the RNA molecule containing codons AUG, CGU, ACC, triple U. So which recognize the specific amino acid, respective amino acid, AUG methionine, CGU arginine, ACC threonine, and triple U phenylalanine. So in this way, so for example, in this DNA molecule, a nitrogen base inserted in between the two codons, any two codons. For example, after TAC, adenine is incorporated into DNA molecule. The corresponding complementary nitrogen base added in the transcription process, we are getting U. In the codon reading frame is different. So resulting in codons being shifted changes all amino acid after that point. From this point onwards, change the amino acid sequence. See here, we are getting UCG. It is a codon which represents the serine. UAC, tyrosine, and triple U is leucine. So that's why the complete amino acid sequence changed by different amino acids due to insertion of a particular base into the DNA molecule. For example, the G is deleted from the DNA molecule. So that's why we are getting TAC after we are getting CAT sequence. Instead of GCA, we are getting CAT and GGA and AT, so on like that. So we are getting by deletion of a G nitrogen base, the corresponding complementary base is also deleted at the time of transcription. CG, AU, and TA, it become as a new codon. That new codon represent another amino acid is valine and proline and so on like that. Here only we are two, so that's why we put a question mark. So in this way, by the insertion and deletion of nitrogen bases into DNA molecule, we are resultant, the different amino acids are formed in the protein molecule. So which changes all amino acids after that point. These type of mutations are called as frame shifter mutations. So this is about today's class, genetic code and its properties. And in the next class, we can discuss with another topic. Thank you, one and all.